Hey there, Internet. Keev here, and welcome to the CARSWITHKEAV YouTube channel. And today we're going over the Mckillans Soft Pressure Washer Nozzles. Now, there are several things about these nozzles that are a little bit different than many of the other ones on the markets. Many of the other ones on the markets, when it comes to what you would call a nozzle guard, is something like this. This is the ridge washer. This is one of the original ones that I found. As you can see, the front is very pliable. This is what I kind of prefer, or what I had preferred. We'll see how everything works out here. They are significantly heavier than regular nozzles, but what that does is if you don't completely connect it to your gun and the pressure of the pressure switch can, shoot it off, the heavier ones won't fly as far. But what I have found, no matter what nozzle it is, 50-50, if you shoot out the nozzle, it is going to do this. And when it does this, 50% of the time, the metal part hits the car. So when you have something this big, you've extended the gun size a little bit longer, or the wand size a little bit longer, kind of raises your risk of accidentally touching the car when you get near it. Now, the Mckillans nozzles, these feel rubbery and soft, but they're very, very firm. A North Star nozzle like this, it's plastic. You have the edges, and obviously it's harder, so it could impact and probably possibly cause more damage. Me truly, for something like this, I like just the look of it versus these. A little bit of depth in there. They look good. Another thing they've done is they've gotten rid of the 0-degree nozzle. We really don't need a 0-degree nozzle. So now we have a 15-degree, a 25-degree, a 40-degree, a 50-degree, and a 60-degree. So it kind of gives you a much broader spectrum of things to try out. Some people prefer a 50 or 60 degree to do wheels and tires because they can get the whole wheel and tire basically in the same width all at once. Me personally, I like to use a 15-degree on the wheel and tire because I like to hit that tire with a lot of extra pressure. Personal preference, right? There is no wrong or right way here. But to me, with these nozzles, the biggest thing is that it is full 304 stainless steel. And why is stainless a big deal for me over the steel? Because I use DI water a lot, and I have a lot of chlorine in my water, and there's a lot of calcium that gets in my water. Manganese as well. Now, I had some MTM Aqualine ones that were rusted out bad. I had to throw them away because they were what I had used for a while, and they got bad. This is the Mckillans nozzle guard they have as well, the larger nozzle guard. This is how the MTM started out, as you can see. See how the difference in color between that inner piece and the machined outer part, the stainless steel? And that middle part is starting to rust. So you see it's magnetic. This one, magnetic. This one, magnetic. Now, are there stainless steels that are magnetic? Yes, there are. Normally they won't rust like that though. And they usually aren't that magnetic. They're slightly magnetic. These are like magnetic. Now the Mckillans, nothing. And then like on these, it's not magnetic anywhere else other than that little inner bore. So this is a Northern tool. You see how this inner piece, I haven't had any of these rust yet, but I just use these for test nozzles. I don't use these for actual usage because I want to make sure they stay in good shape. And then this is the new Mckillans. So you see the inner piece is a little bit closer to the same quality as the outer piece when it comes to the stainless. I trust these nozzles. These are from Northern Tool and they're not cheap. These cost about 15 bucks a piece versus these cost $25 on Amazon for the set of 5. These are made in the USA. Obviously, these are made in China. Now, we are using a meter for our flow, and we're going to be using a gauge for our PSI. Could those be off? Yeah, they could. Absolutely, they could. This is just a general idea of based off of the pressure that shows on my gauge, the gallons per minute that shows on my meter. We're going to put those together, and that's going to give us the nozzle size. Now, this video is going to be full of numbers, and it's going to be full I'm going to try to do charts and everything so you can see it, because a lot of stuff I won't do on camera because I'm not going to size every single one of these in the video because that would just get boring. We're mainly going to touch the 40-degree of all of them, and we'll kind of maybe go over a specific size like the 4.0 or the 2.5. Right? 4.0 on a Mckillans HF1 pressure washer, and we'll go over the 2.5 on a Greenworks 1700. We have orifices for foam cannons, a 1.25, a 1.1. That is 1.1 millimeters, 1.25 millimeters inner diameter. Now, nozzle sizing is based off of what the nozzle is capable at exactly 4,000 PSI. So A 4.0 nozzle is capable of exactly 4 GPM at 4,000 PSI. Now, how do you figure out how to size any nozzle? Well, if you know your PSI and you know your GPM, you can calculate your nozzle size. The restriction point restricts you to that specific PSI. No more water can flow through that orifice. The most water that can flow through that orifice at that PSI is the nozzle size, the GPM rating, the 4.0. So let's factor that to what we normally would use, which is what we want at a 1000 PSI. So if your machine does 2 gallons a minute at exactly 1000 PSI, that's a 4.0 nozzle. So the formula to create that, which we're only going to use this one time, I'm going to use an online calculator that does it for you for the rest of the video and for the charts and stuff, is you have to take 4,000 and you divide it by your PSI. So say we got exactly 1000 PSI. 4,000 divided by 1000 is 4. Then we take the square root of that 4, which is 2. Take that 2, multiply it by the 2 GPM. 4.0 nozzle. Yeah, and when you get into anything else outside of those numbers, getting the square root of multiple decimal places is a lot of work. Like I said, we'll use an online calculator to figure out the rest. That's why when you see most machines that are doing right at 2 gallons a minute, about 1000 PSI, that's why most of them are running a 4.0 nozzle, because that's what it's physically capable of. Say an active 2.3, which is sized perfectly for the scenario, because 1000 PSI at 2.3 gallons per minute equals 4.6 size nozzle. The biggest thing that I want to prove, are these accurate? Are you giving me an actual 3.5 and I'm going to overamp my machine all day long? Those are the things that I think are much more important to figure out before we even get into the fact that it looks cool, it's stainless, and it's soft. We need to know if it's truly safe for your pressure washer. So let's get into the testing. It's going to show us whether these are consistent, inconsistent, accurate, or inaccurate. Before we do that, check the links below for anything in the video. Discount codes, product tags are down there as well. Links to CARSWITHKEAV merch, links to my Lawns with CARSWITHKEAV YouTube channel are down there as well. Like, comment, subscribe. And at the end of the video, I'll show you a small creator that you can support. Let's have some fun. Before we get into the setup, I think in my haste to talk about numbers and all of that stuff, I really forgot to even show you how pliable these are. We showed you what they look like, but not really. See, here's the pliability, see? Like, there is not a whole lot of movement there. Like, to the sides, this is stiff. Like this, they pinch just a little bit. Now on the sides here, these do kind of pinch in. And the rubber is a soft feeling type of rubber. It's just firm. This is the fixed fan, as you can see. It's like this, but this, from a feel standpoint, is a very plasticky feeling rubber. So this rubber is definitely more abrasive. Now, what better machine to really try things out on than the Mckillans HF1? We have their 50, their 40, their 25, and their 15 that come with the unit. But that kind of like really gives us that ability. We're going to match this 4.0 against that one, this 50-degree 4.0 against the other one, to see how different are the manufacturing tolerances between the two different nozzles. We're using our standard gray Flexzilla Colors hose here, swivel grip. We have the Ely spray gun here with the quick connect at the end so we can hook up our water. So on the input side, I have an M22 universal swivel here, 15 millimeter, 14 millimeter, doesn't matter. It screws on hand tight. We have the Mckillans red M22 hose with their quick connect kit on it. We have the Zebra Clean gun right here, my still current favorite gun. Pop that in and then let's get to rolling. Now, the good thing about this testing is it's not dependent on how good your voltage is, right? Your nozzle, if you use the 4.0, is going to have different PSI and GPM numbers than, say, somebody who had 116 volts versus 120 volts. In the end, their calculated nozzle size based off of the numbers should be the same. So the Mckillans 4.0 that comes with the unit, I think we were getting around 900 PSI at what, 1.93 or so gallons per minute. So 880 PSI at 1.92 GPM on the calculator comes out to a 4.09 orifice. I would say that it is very accurately sized. The water meter can be 1% or 2% off. The PSI meter can be 1% or 2% off, but we're using the same numbers and the same measuring equipment across this entire spectrum. So the consistency of what's going on should show across the board. So we take the 40-degree 4.0 that comes out of this box. So that 1.92 at 785 comes out to 4.33. So we're 0.23 off of their stated nozzle and 0.33 off of the stated nozzle itself. We're not going to be overamping. We're going to be less pressure and a little bit more flow, probably. Now that makes you wonder, Let's try the other nozzles. Are there significant differences? That's 740 at 1.92 with the 25 degree. 40 PSI off of the 40 degree. The 15 degree is 882 at 1.91. That's a 4.07 size nozzle. So that is right. So let's check this 50 degree. We'll match it directly up against their 50 degree. Hell, we have the 15 and the 25 as well. 700 1.95 is a 4.66 size nozzle. Let's finish these out and then we'll try these. 765 1.92 is a 4.39 size nozzle. They're all over the place. And not to me by a little bit, they're off a good bit, but like I said, they're off in the right direction. We don't have issues with amperage here. All right, we'll just check this 50. 870 at 1.94. That one's 4.09, 4.16. That's a tolerance that I am absolutely fine with. 25 degree. 874 at 1.92. That's a 4.11 size nozzle. You're seeing a pattern here. The PSI is very consistent across these nozzles. We're at 905 at 1.9. That's a 3.99 size nozzle. That's dead on. So the nozzles that come with the machine, extremely accurate. Now, what does my sample nozzle do? Is it way off compared to those? Let's find out. So we're at 865 at 1.90, comes out to 4.09. So let's try the 3.5 and the 4.5 just on the 40 degrees, but let's try their 3.5. 960 PSI at 1.87 is a 3.82 size nozzle. The 3.5 North Star, 1065 at 1.84. That's a 3.57 nozzle. 4.5. So 650 PSI at 2 gallons a minute exactly comes out to a 4.96 size nozzle. North Stars. So it was 1.96 gallons per minute at 775 PSI. That comes out to a nozzle size of 4.45. So this time around, it is closer to the number of 4.5, but it's slightly less, 0.05 less. Like I said, once again, a tolerance that I'm absolutely fine with. You can see right now, you just can't grab a 4.0 nozzle compared to another 4.0 nozzle and just expect it to have the same results. And if they're different, which one is correct? We have the same connections, the same setup. Now we're just going to try out the 3.0 first because that's what we just have one of, because the 2.5 is the most common size nozzle that you would use with these machines when you're doing your car washing, car detailing. So 750 at 1.40 gallons per minute comes out to 3.23 size nozzle. So it's actually the closest of all of them so far that I think of. I said maybe the yellow one on the 4.0 I think was closer. So let's try the North Star 3.0. 830 at 1.37 gallons per minute. That's a 3.01. Wow, that was close. Let's go down to the 2.5s. We'll do our 2.5 test nozzle first. Why not? 1060 at 1.26 gallons per minute. 2.44. So we're down 0.06, but still in that same tolerance zone. So now let's try the Mckillans 2.5. 1015 at 1.29. That is a 2.56 size nozzle. Let's check the 25 degree. So it's 1075 at 1.25 GPM comes out to nozzle size of 2.41. So that one is smaller. It's 1085 at 1.25. That's a 2.40. So pretty close to the other one. Wow, that one's different. That one's 1020 at 1.29. That one has more flow and the pressure. That's a 2.55. So on the other side, but not that far off. Not far off at all. Like, I'm not mad at these numbers. 990 at 1.29. That's a 2.59. Let's check how uniform the sprays are. 15-degree looks good. Like, this is subjective. I don't have a device to measure angle, right? Or even to measure uniformity. I just don't want it to where like the top and bottom is like a huge string of water and the middle is not doing anything. That one looks good as well. 40-degree. The consistency of the angle changes is growing just exactly as I'm expecting. The uniformity is there. As you get higher though, sometimes the disparity can be a little bit more. This one does have a, but the center feels good too. I would expect maybe the 60 is a little bit more. So all pretty good. So in conclusion, I think they're great nozzles. I really like the size, the form factor, the feel of the rubber. Maybe the rubber I wish was a little bit softer. The feel is great, like the texture, like a non-abrasive type texture. I just wish they were a little bit more pliable. The stainless steel is a big deal for you know, rust prevention and corrosion and stuff like that. They are not sized exactly kind of like the nozzles that came with the HF1 itself, right? We saw how different they were. Now they are different in the right direction, meaning that the majority of all of them are stated slightly larger and some of them are larger a good bit than the stated orifice size, which isn't going to hurt your machine. A couple of them are just slightly less. No big deal there. And, you know, as we get down in the size of the nozzles, the closer they are, but also obviously as you get a smaller size nozzle, the percentages of the numbers change as well. The charts is where it's going to be at. So use those to help you make your decision. I just really wish across the nozzle size, they were a little more consistent. If they are all off by half size, no problem. You get a half size difference. But when one of them is running like 4.1 and one's running 4.5, like that's a big disparity just in those angles. So there you go. Check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, discount codes, product tags down there as well. Link to my Lawns with Keev YouTube channel and my merch is down there as well. And here's a small creator that you can support. All right, so I searched car detailing, searched within the last couple of days, and I see Obsessive Car Detailer. You can see here, posted a video 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So he's on the grind about once a week or so. There will be a link in the description below to Obsessive Car Detailer. With these suggestions, all I'm asking is that you give somebody a chance. If you watch a video and it's just not for you, you move on. At least you gave them a chance, maybe some constructive criticism, some nice constructive criticism. So there you go. I'll see you in the next video. The quick connect is stainless. Then whatever the nozzle size is, that is what it should do. So the nozzle to figure out your, so the formula to figure out, so the formula to get your nozzle size. So the formula to, oh my gosh. So the formula, then we take the square root. Then we take the square, links to the Keev merch is down there as well. Oh my gosh. Check the links below for anything in the video. Discount code, the stock 4.0 stamped. So stock 4.0 stamped. So stock 4.0 stamped. Whoa! How did that come off? Oh, I bet you the vibration of the cart hit that. That's a bonehead move right there, dude. So let's run this on the edge. That's, wow. Wow.